At the World of Asphalt, guys, we're going to swing into the Volvo booth. Check out their new signage up there. That is pretty sweet. I got some simulation here, and they even got some new concept machines over there. Let's go check them out. We have found the Volvo booth, and this thing here is an interesting little creature you have there, sir.
That's right. So what we did was we worked with Lego, okay, and there was a partnership between our
Can we just pause there and mention how cool working with Legos is?
Oh yeah, it's totally awesome.
Like, you know how much cheaper it's going to be to repair that than a real one?
Yeah, but this is Legos that work. Look at that.
I know.
That's it.
All right, stop playing with it before you break it. All right, good.
So what we did was we came up with a design there. We said, okay, what if? And our engineers worked with their engineers to create this model here, a concept model, if you will. Then we got feedback from kids, and kids came back in and said, okay, well, if you can't sit in it, how do you drive? How do you see where it's going?
How cool is kids' feedback versus like
operators'
feedback?
Why not? Because the kids are going to be like, well, you need a robot arm. There you go.
I'm going to be asking, like, what's the lift capacity and the horsepower? And the kids are like, where do I sit?
That's exactly right. Kids want to know.
Which is a legit question.
It is a legit. But, you know, the thing is that right now we're looking at change in anything we do. You know, autonomous is coming, battery operated, use of drones. I mean, all of these things there that we've kind of said is the future.
And it's coming.
It is coming.
Nobody knows how fast, but it is coming.
That's it. So what we did afterwards.
So this is the Lego version right here,
yes.
Correct?
Now,
is this kit for sale?
You can buy it. You can.
Where do they find it at?
Lego store.
Lego store. And is it the Volvo concept loader? Is that
That's exactly what it is.
That is cool. We may have to get one of those. I think I know what Gunner's getting for Christmas.
Right?
So, and this is the CAD version, is that correct?
Right. So the next version of this was we said, can we make it real? Can we actually make this a concept model that we can test for the future?
How crazy is that? Is Volvo's like, hey, we got this cool Lego concept thing. Let's make a real loader out of it.
Right. We worked with kids to design it.
Can I volunteer to be the first test dummy?
Perfect. Perfect.
Put me on the list for this.
I can do that.
All right.
I can do it. So you've got the concept machine here.
All right.
And we've actually, by the way, it's important to say that this concept machine, we actually have built it. It's operating. It's something we are testing right now in real world. Yes.
We need some video of this, John.
I can hook you up.
I'm hoping I know a guy.
You know a guy. You know a guy. All right,
this is cool.
This version here is a CAD drawing solution here, okay? And what that means is I can come over here, and if I see a part there that I like or anything, I can come over here and say, all right, well, if I've got this unit here, I can pull it out. I can take different areas of it and move it across. So if I wanted to move something out of the way, I could take this and move the wheel and actually break it. I can show how different hinges work.
You know how much cheaper it is to break it virtually than in reality?
That is true. That is, and that's the best solution. But once we break it, we can see how they work. Okay.
I may have some experience of reality trial and error building the tile plow I just built.
Yeah.
This plug and play method, we may have to investigate. I'm guessing this is a little more expensive than the Lego stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. Look, you're already breaking it.
Breaks it.
So, easy now. That's the robot that drives it.
I know how to fix Legos.
Ah, there you go. So once we have this done, and I'll go ahead and return it back, it's good to kind of pull it apart, show how those pieces interact. Yeah. But now let's see how we could simulate it. So, if you will, what if I wanted to see how this bucket, with all the joints and everything, how it would work together? So I could swing over here, and I could say, all right, well, what happens if I raise it up and down? Okay. If I want to move it, if I wanted to tilt the bucket, I have full functionality within this tool to show the different parts. All the way back here, and you can see we changed the counterweight in this design. It's like a scissor frame, okay? And as it goes up, it distributes the weight differently.
That's cool. So this concept obviously is kind of based around the operatorless type machine. Would that be correct?
That's right. I mean, it's one of the things that we look at, because you're never going to lose an operator.
Right.
You're going to have different ways.
I guess I should rephrase that to onboard operator.
Correct. correct. So that way they're not.
Which allows you to a whole new world of design opportunities.
That's exactly it. And speaking of the design opportunities, while it's nice to have a computer that we simulated, we also use virtual reality.
Oh, are we gonna get to try that, John?
Absolutely.
Oh,
you ready? Who's going to go first?
I think I'm going to go first. I'm excited.
Let's take you into it.
He's got good insurance and all this.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Volvo's got you covered. All right.
I put that to the test at the training center one day.
We've tried to make it simple for you.
Oh, well, this will be a good test.
Because if you can do this, then we think maybe that Chris might be able to.
Oh.
I'm still worried about that one.
To be determined.
To be determined. Okay, so you got a controller here.
Okay.
It's fairly simple. If you hold down the top button here and then move your hand up and around, that's how you walk around the machine.
Okay.
Okay. You'll have the headset. You can look around, but that's different than this.
On the computer.
That's all right. You're about ready to see it. So top is the first one.
Okay.
Then the bottom here is going to shoot like a little laser, and that will show you where you want to interact with.
Okay.
So if you aim at the bucket, okay, and then the trigger. So the top is to move, bottom's to interact, and then the trigger actually engages. So if you actually want to take that bucket and move it up and down.
Gotcha. So once I get pointed at something, get locked onto it, I can use the trigger to manipulate it.
That's it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Final thing here, we have the headset. I'm gonna have to put this back because you have a big old head. Okay. Once you put this down, I want to move this around you here. The last thing is at the very front. You may need to turn this depending on your vision.
Okay.
It'll focus it. Okay.
You can just go ahead and set that to 2020.
Yeah. There you go. And the last thing here, you just turn this to tighten it.
All right.
Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Here he goes.
Oh, that's 3D right there, folks. So this is the.
You can see it now. It's focusing. Now we don't see the focus. Only you do.
Yep, we're getting close.
Okay. All right. Now if you'll hit, there's your hand.
All right.
You got your thumb on that. Remember the up button is where you walk around.
Walk around.
All right.
What's
See
this
a
little guy right down here?
little Wally.
Little Wally.
Yeah.
You better watch out. He's gonna get in trouble.
All right. And you can already see the laser I was telling you about. So
Yep.
point at the bucket. Now hold that trigger.
That's cool.
And you can walk around the entire machine. So we're seeing what you're seeing right now. And if you turn your head to the left,
This is product testing right here.
that's it. Now
He's trying to do is get to that dirt pile.
I am. It won't move.
our next version actually will do that. So we're building this. We just built this out in about 3 weeks.
That's impressive.
So the drivetrain just kind of moves it back and forth.
Oh yes, we got scootability.
Uh-huh. And there are ways that we can actually break it. You know, if you put the hinges up there for the boom way too high, you know, then it tells us what we need to fix.
I gotta go here.
Okay. And on the back end, we can measure, we can see how much it could lift. And in this design, the concept that we've built is about a 5,000
It's like
kilogram.
playing with a cat and a laser pointer.
That's it.
All right, easy now. Easy.
It's very sensitive, but once you get the hold of it, just turning.
We're gonna scoop of dirt here? Come on, baby.
Not yet.
Oh
That's
man,
coming.
we're trying. That is wild.
And we can actually measure. So the next step of this will be if you were in the dirt, it's starting to slow you down. You're not being as productive. But until you get a pile, then it will be more interactive. You can see the productivity increase.
So I can walk. All right, we're going on a walk. Whoa, I just walked into the tree.
Yeah.
You're running now.
Well, where'd it go? Is it behind me?
There you go.
Oh, there it is. I found it. So
And
what?
if you tilt, if you hold that button up top and then
Okay.
tilt your hand forward,
Tilt my hand forward.
and then back, just rotate with your wrist, but do it slowly and you'll see that you can walk around a little bit better. Or if you're Michael, you can break the whole system.
I feel like I'm outside the virtual world right now. Hardest part's remembering which button's which.
So there's 3 buttons, so you can't remember which button's which. Pretty cool, huh?
That is pretty cool, John. That is
All right.
pretty slick. You want to give it a try?
Yeah.
And if you actually tilt the controller all the way down with your wrist, it zooms out, and then you pull it back and it will zoom in.
Oh
boy, here we go.
Get ready to leave.
We're
Get ready to
getting
leave.
off kilter here.
Get ready to leave the virtual world
You're
again.
leaving the virtual. That's it.
Well, John, we just got done playing with the virtual Lego machine there, which is really nifty.
Absolutely.
You got to keep me on the list for the test drive or the test dummy.
next time.
Sign me up. So,
all right.
Is there anything else new and exciting in the booth we can check out?
I'll tell you what, around the corner here, we got a guy by the name of Joel who's with our engine group. Let me see if I can find him. I'll bring you over here, introduce you, and he can explain what's going on and how we're working with Volvo Penta and how we're designing for our products of the future.
You got the real deal engine here, man.
That's right, that's right. This is our DA platform.
So I hear we got a few changes, mostly in the emissions department on this one?
Absolutely. So we're utilizing SCR only, no DPF, in our Tier 4 final solution for the US.
So basically, I gotta talk in layman's terms because I'm not a real smart guy. So most of these diesel engines out here on the market now will have two of these great big canisters on them, right?
Absolutely.
And one of them will be a DPF, which is a diesel particulate filter.
That's correct.
Which is just what it is. It's a filter,
Absolutely.
and that's what clogs up over time and forces the engine to regen.
Absolutely.
And then this here is what they call the SCR, which is basically where your DEF or your urea fluid burns in it. So basically, we've got this engine tuned good enough to where we can get rid of one of those systems, correct?
Absolutely. We're able to just get rid of the DPF, and what that means to the end user is increased uptime. So one less component, you don't have to sit there and do an active regeneration, so therefore you're able to get the most out of your equipment.
If I remember right, on this series engine in the Volvo world, every 300 to 400 hours, depending on the application, they were doing a forced regen on them.
Absolutely.
And that takes about 45 to 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And basically that whole system is gone now, right?
The whole system is gone, right?
So this engine here can go anywhere from around 220 horse, 218 horse.
Yep, 218 horse all the way up to 305 horse. So you have 3 different power nodes, which is great because you have one compact solution that can fit into multiple.
Well, you also have a lot of interchangeable parts that'll go across a lot of different platforms, correct?
Exactly, and that's another advantage of the Volvo Penta solution.
Well, the obvious question is, how can you take one engine and get this wide range of horsepower out of it?
So we build our engines based on a commonality. So we try to design them to have that commonality between platforms, and that's what enables us to bring this advantage to the user.
And a lot of that comes down to computer programming, injectors, turbos, stuff like that. The rotating assembly, for the most part, is going to be very, very similar. It's going to be a lot of the bolt-on stuff that can be changed.
Correct.
To do that stuff. So,
correct.
So this is considered a Tier 4 final, and it's also a Tier 5 certified overseas. Is that correct?
So this particular model is Tier 4 final. Our Stage 5 would have a DPF that's not shown here, but that's for the European market. Correct.
Well, cool deal. This has definitely proved to be a pretty reliable power plant over the years, and it's pretty awesome. You guys are continuing to improve on it. So
absolutely.
Thanks for your time, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Lars, it's good to see you again, bud.
Hi, Mike again.
You remember
nice seeing
my
you.
name this
Finally,
time.
I remember your name. Yes. So it's my running joke now.
So can we dub you Mr. Electric?
Yes.
Because you're the guy. We've seen you at the Utility Equipment Expo. Chris and I demoed the electric loader and the electric ECR 25 mini excavator. I guess were we like 5-6 months past that now?
I think it was September last year.
Yeah, so we're there. So I guess my question is for you: is everything still the same? Is there been any upgrades? Any new news in the electric industry?
The biggest news is the machines are now coming into North America.
Really? So they are available or going to be available soon?
Yes. So we have the first machines trickling in on the ECR 25.
And you said this machine here has been proven out to be very reliable.
It's a very good machine. We had them already out in Europe since 2 years of time, and it's a very, very nice machine. Great feedback from our customers. Operators love the responsiveness of the machine. It's a very nice machine on the operator. No vibration, engine noise, etc., etc. It's a very.
So what applications are you seeing it getting used in mostly? Small demo jobs and stuff like that? Interior work?
Anywhere. The funny applications I even see is that the machines are going like to a homebody who wants to have a machine to do yard work and has a small business like kayaking, tubing, and want to utilize the machines there to pick up the kayaks and place them somewhere.
That is interesting.
Yes.
That is cool.
And the interesting thing is we're seeing customers, I don't have an example yet, we never thought about.
Right. It is weird how stuff ends up going a different path than what you think. So I've only got one issue with this machine, and it's not technically with the machine. In Utility Equipment Expo, Chris and I did a little competition.
Yeah.
And we had to film it 3 times. And I'm pretty sure I won all 3 times, but Volvo magically edited this till we tied. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe this.
You've seen it in person, right? You can vouch for me that I was the winner, right?
You're the winner.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just
but
needed...
you know, my word is probably not worth a lot outside e-mobility. Yeah.
So, well, I guess, you know, we all got to be winners one way or another, but technically I was the winner.
You're my winner.
I just wanted to get that out there real quick. So, all right, we've covered the excavator here. So the loader, anything new and exciting there?
From the machine you have seen at the utility show, so we have the machine coming in right now into North America, or let's say later this year in August timeframe, and we've added some great upgrades on the machine. Like the normal disc brake will change to a wet disc brake, so no more maintenance on the brakes.
Completely eliminate all the maintenance.
Upgraded joystick. Main control valve, which is nice, moves from the cabin to the front frame, and then some other upgrades I'm not able to disclose at the moment. So you will see when the machines are coming out.
Staying tuned, right? Yeah. So this one here,
some excitement.
You know, I can obviously see a place for the little Mini over here, but I think this thing here is really going to take off. A lot of little landscape yards and lumber yards, and there's going to be
mulch yards.
A lot of applications for this thing.
Anywhere where you want to be silent, like we had a great demo in a zoo. Didn't scare away the bisons like with the diesel-driven machines, so the bisons started attacking the machine. On the electric machines we demoed there, the bisons came by and sniffed a little bit around and they walked away again.
It's just amazing all the different applications that come to be. So, but I was impressed with both machines, but this one here really blew me away with how well it operated. So.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to have you at the next utility show, where we probably have more to show.
Awesome. Lars, it's always a pleasure, man.
Mike, pleasure on my side.
What are you doing? You gonna play a game today?
Well, I mean, I told this poor guy I've never drove a fake excavator in my life, and I'm going to do my best.
No, actually, your comment was you've never ran an excavator
Well,
before.
I think I've kind of blew my cover on that because somebody filmed the first time without audio. So now we're going again.
All right, it's all you, man.
It's all me?
I love repeat customers.
All right.
Now let's just see if you can beat your first score.
Well, first trick is don't track off the edge. You definitely don't want to do that.
You scared?
Huh?
You scared?
Well, no,
it's fake.
I'm more scared for the computer than I am me. I wonder if they dock you for missed rocks. Think that's a thing in the fake world?
I don't think so.
I shouldn't call it fake. I've been told it's a training tool.
It is a training tool.
Oh, come on.
PC, man, PC.
The trick is, if anybody wants to know what the trick is, you got to track out there, and you got to get underneath the pile without falling off the edge.
And what if we don't want to know?
If you can get underneath the pile, it really helps your efficiency. Oh, that may be a little too far. I see John's got a cool virtual reality thing over there. We're going to try that next.
Yeah, I can see you falling on your face.
It's going to be a good show. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a good show. Don't hit the crusher. What if you can overload the crusher?
I don't think you can go fast enough to overload the crusher. Yes, that's a challenge.
What I really don't want to do is
I think you need a bigger bucket.
What I really don't want to do is drop a rock on the crusher and get in trouble. I'm
That's
trying.
The target.
That's a freaking...
Supposedly his current rate, if he stays on target, is 970.
Like you fluctuate between like 940 and 950.
Yeah.
Picking up the
You got a minute to go there, bud.
I'm trying. Oh, that rock's going to fall off. Stay on there. Oh. Any time left?
What?
Do I got any time left?
Well, yeah, 35 seconds.
Like
That's forever.
I feel like I've been doing this for 2 days.
Are you done yet?
Oh man, it's that last bucket always gets me.
Last bucket, you got 25 seconds.
Oh, I still got another one?
That was a half bucket.
This is a lot more fun in real life.
Lift off, literally.
It's all right. You did okay.
What happens if you don't
modify?
Dude, you beat your own score. What are you doing?
This score, huh? If you let me do this long enough, I'll eventually get good at it.
I'm gonna beat you on the first try.
I've seen what you've done in my real excavator, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to destroy his ego.
All right, raise that up. You got 3, 2, 1.
Oh, don't walk into the crusher. Easy now.
This is slower than your excavator.
Well, it's 4 times the size. Flying rocks. Well, you didn't drop any. That's a good sign.
Oh, get
Oh, you
below
gotta
the
get
pile.
underneath it. Bust the windshield halfway slow with. You're on pace for 700 tons an hour. You got to pick it up a little bit there, bud.
If I could quit flinging rocks, we'd be all right.
If you can get that bucket out far enough and get just underneath the pile, that's what makes the difference. Oh. Still got a minute 45 left, but you're losing tonnage. I think he did the same thing to me that Chris did to me at the training center. He put me on economy mode instead of power mode. That's where he gained that extra 5 seconds at.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
Now Wade, on the other hand,
Oh,
I'm not sure what happened there. Good thing that Volvo has an air ride seat in it there, bud.
Oh yeah, we're bouncing around pretty good over here. We're just going for it.
1 minute left.
Let's get closer to the hopper here.
There you go. That's a smart move.
That's why I was working the furthest point first.
You want a hint? You don't work the farthest point until you run out of rock at the closest point.
Yeah, but see, your time was really fast in the beginning and then you slowed down at the end, so maybe mine will be the exact opposite of that, huh?
You're gaining some tonnage. You're getting better the farther you go. Oh, easy on the wear and tear. You just got a ding for wear and tear.
That's because we're in Europe.
John's gonna send
remember?
you a bill.
He already said that. In the U.S., you'd get a thumbs up for that.
I don't think it works that way. 15 seconds. Can you get one more?
Oh, missed it. Couldn't get
The
another.
verdict is. Oh, it's not bad.
Second
70.
place.
Still got to beat the 86. John, all good things got to come to an end.
I appreciate you coming by.
It was definitely cool hanging out at the booth, seeing all the new stuff you guys got coming.
Volvo's got even more coming, so you guys got to stay tuned.
Is that a little, I'm supposed to do the little lead to things, and now you're giving the teasers out there.
I got a hint.
Well, maybe we'll have to come back up to the training center and play around on the real equipment.
You've done it once a few months ago.
I don't think I wore out my welcome too bad.
No, you didn't. Chris and Wade.
I think it was more Wade than anybody. You know, if you travel with Wade, you got to travel a hard babysitter. You know, that's how it works.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. So, as always, we appreciate it, John. Thanks for everything you do for us.
Not a problem.
And I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, comment down below. And as always, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Good. Thanks. See ya.